beautifuls. I am finding that this trip to India is so revealing. Every time I've traveled someplace, I have learned something more about myself, about the collective, and about the universe. But this particular trip to India is something different. Before I came here, for 8 months prior, I was receiving messages from the universe that I needed to change my environment, that it was important for me to change my environment. And I had no idea at that time how vital it was for me to be in a different environment. And I had whisperings of India, and I did not know that India was going to be the environment that was going to be catalyst for substantial growth for me. Since I have been here, I have been inundated with discoveries of aspects of myself that I didn't know existed, and aspects that I had long lost, forgotten, ignored, denied, and reuniting with those aspects, as well as revelations on a universal level and professional level. And one of the things that really struck me is, yes, I had the message that my environment needed to change. But shortly after I arrived here, I was given the statement that enlightenment comes through a pause. And oftentimes when we think about enlightenment and it coming from a pause, we assume that that means meditation, right? We pause, we slow down, and we receive information. But enlightenment, or that gaining of knowledge or acquiring a new understanding, that can come through any type of pause. And pause really just means to interrupt or to stop something momentarily, right? And being here in India, I have paused my regular way of life, and it got me thinking, because of all the experiences I have had, how important it is for those pauses. I mean, we've talked about it before, pausing, mindfulness, meditation. But these pauses can occur in drastic ways, like traveling to the other side of the world, or maybe going to a vipassana, a 10-day silent retreat. Or these pauses can occur on much more subtle levels, like fasting. Even just changing our diet. Maybe we take meat out of our diet, or maybe we reduce the amount of screen time we have, or even cut it out completely for a period of time. These are all pauses. And the beautiful thing is when we pause, we disrupt, interrupt, habitual, normal, regular activities or way of being, or patterns, even when we think about thinking, what that does is it allows new neural pathways to be formed. And when those new neural pathways are formed, we are able to see now new opportunities and openings where we didn't see them before. It wasn't they weren't there before. Our eyes could see them, but the neural pathways, or the way in which our brain thought, didn't access them. And when we disrupt those regular or ingrained patterns, a whole new world opens up for us. And I'll share with you, in particular, some of the things that I have discovered just while being in a new environment. And yes, you can have a new environment, by changing your jobs or taking a different route to work. We've talked about that before, about disrupting the patterns. But in the situation I'm in, it is kind of an extreme pause, because in the environment I'm in, it is completely different. The food is different, the people are different, the time is different. My time is completely flipped around. The language is different. All of it. And so I cannot relate to things in the way that I normally would. And so it's challenging me to think differently. And in those places where I can't rely on the old stories or the old patterns, I am revealing more of the subconscious beliefs, the subconscious programming that goes on underneath. Another significant thing that I have found is my nervous system is, even though this is what I do, I work somatically with people, is I've done years of this trauma and somatic work, and I thought I was pretty good, and I love it when the universe throws me a curveball. But being here, being completely out of my element, I haven't thought that I've been unsafe at all. And I even thought I was feeling safe. But my nervous system is responding in ways that shows me I am not. I am jumpy. Somebody walks into a room and I didn't expect them. I have leapt out of my skin in the same way that I would have 5 years ago. And so these are beautiful opportunities to sink deeper, not only into my personal experiences, but also professionally. It's allowed me to address different things and different aspects. And so I am sharing this with you today because if you're here, you are obviously somebody who is on the path of self-discovery, of connecting to all that is and your authentic self. And in that place, there's always opportunity to go deeper. And so the invitation, if this is your journey to connect to your higher self and access all that is to find pauses in what you consider to be your normal or regular activities and watch how new perspectives and new ways of being open up to you, and the invitation from the universe to allow you to step deeper and deeper into ways of expansion. I thank you so much for listening to this perspective and for joining this conversation today. As always, I do appreciate the likes, the subscribes, and the shares. And to those beautiful souls who have been able and willing to donate, I greatly appreciate it. It helps me expand the work that I do, to upgrade my equipment, and to spread more awareness. And I truly appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up here. I love you with the depths of my heart. And until we speak again, please be well.